What is up, everybody? This is NerdingOutSports, and 0-2. 0-2. The Giants lose again, this time to the Chicago Bears, 17-13, in a game that they had a chance to come back and win. It started off really, really ugly. The Bears went right down the field, got a touchdown the opening drive. Giants turned it over. I think the first turnover was a fumble. Bears made it 10-0. Eventually, Daniel Jones threw an interception. 2 turnovers in the first half. Bears were up 17-0 after the Giants missed a field goal at the end of the first half. And the second half was a much different story. The Giants ended up scoring 13 points, and they had a really good chance to win that game at the end. Just, they came within, 10 yards of getting the victory. So, a really tough loss. Looking at some of the stats, Daniel Jones once again threw the ball 40 times in this one for 246 yards. No touchdowns. He had the 2 turnovers, and he was sacked 4 times. Dion Lewis ran the ball for 20 yards and a touchdown. Evan Ingram had 65 yards receiving. And nothing really significant coming out of the offense today. The Giants did have 4 sacks, and they did have 2 takeaways. The Giants' defense really did play a good game overall, in my opinion. It didn't look very good in the first half, but specifically in that second half, they didn't allow any points. So that was definitely, the reason why the Giants were able to have that chance to come back. And you look at the missed field goal by Gano at the end of the first half. Had he made that, or maybe if the Giants get a little bit closer, or even if the Giants were to score some points in that first half, they probably win this game. But again, just a really tough loss. Like I said before, I think the Giants' defense did play pretty well. Trubisky didn't look nearly as good in that second half. He kind of had a reverse of last week where he had a terrible first half and then a really good fourth quarter. And then today he had a pretty good first half and then just disappeared in that second half. Like I said, the 2 interceptions, Bradbury and Julian Love. I don't know exactly who got the 4 sacks. I know Fackrell got one. I know B.J. Hill got one. I can't remember who else got the sacks for the Giants. But they had a chance. Bears missed a field goal late. The Giants had it with about 2 minutes or a little bit less than 2 minutes to go. They were driving down the field, got some 4th down conversions, and couldn't get it done. A penalty at the end of the game. And there you have it, 0-2. Another 0-2 start for the Giants. It's something that the fan base has become accustomed to. The last 3 years, it's been the same thing. And, I don't want to say this is the same thing as usual. It certainly looked like that out of the gates. The Giants were playing bad defense. They were playing bad offense. And it looked like the same old Giants. But one thing that I think is going to remain a constant is that the Giants are going to fight. And they showed that today. They did fight back. I know almost doesn't count. But for a team that's going through this rebuild phase, I'll take it, I guess. I really wanted them to win this game because when you look at the rest of their freaking schedule, it's a very good chance they go 0-4. They play San Francisco next week. That's going to be a tough one. Then they play the Rams. Then they got the Cowboys. There's a good chance the Giants could very well be 0-5, and that just sucks. I know it's only 2 games in, but I hate to be like that, we could be thinking about our draft status, but I don't know. I guess I'll just wait and see what happens next week. But obviously, moving on from the game, which it was an exciting finish, but overall just a disappointing loss once again. But obviously the big news to come out of this one are the 2 Giants injuries. First, Sterling Shepard with the toe injury. Who knows how long he'll be out, if he'll miss any time. But the big injury, Saquon Barkley, torn ACL, out for the season, you have to think. I mean, unless there's some miracle cure for a torn ACL that we don't know about that gets him back sooner. But obviously, not trying to make a joke about it, it's a very serious thing, and it sucks because Saquon, at least for a little bit today, was looking just a little bit better. He had, I think he had like 28 yards before he got hurt, and it really sucks. I feel so bad for him because he wanted to bounce back from the game last week, and he wanted to be a big part of the Giants season. Obviously, he was the guy that the Giants were going to lean heavily on, and now you really have to wonder, how does the Giants offense adjust to this? Because Dion Lewis is not the answer. Does Wayne Gallman get a big opportunity? Maybe they try to get a guy like Javon Leak back, who they let go, an undrafted rookie. Maybe he comes back and they can give him a shot. Who knows where it's going to go to? But yeah, just a really tough day overall. The Giants lose. They lose Barkley for the rest of the year. They lose Sterling Shepard for maybe a little bit of time. No one really knows where that's going to go. And, the Giants are 0-2, and you got to wonder when that first win will come. Now, anything can happen. They could go out and win next week against San Francisco for all we know. But, I guess one final breakdown of this one, they did show some fight. They had a chance to win. Just like last week, even though they lost by 10, they had chances to win that game last week. They had chances to win the game this week. And again, the Giants are hurting themselves by turning the ball over. The injury to Saquon is one thing, but when Jones is fumbling the ball, which is a big cause of concern coming into the season, he's got the fumbling issues, and he fumbled again today. He throws a pick. The Giants had some drop passes, some stupid penalties, but I think overall the offense wasn't as good as last week, which is the interesting thing, at least through the air. I don't know. This was a tough loss once again. The Giants really had a chance. And you look back at it, that catch the Bears offensive lineman made on a tip ball, and it did. It took more time off the clock. Really, is what that did. Essentially, the Giants may have had, if they had a little bit more time, maybe they'd take a little bit more of a patient approach on that last drive. Who knows? But yeah, another 0-2 start. I'm upset. I feel bad for Saquon Barkley, man. I can't say that enough. He's a hell of a player, and he's going to be gone for the rest of the year, and who knows how long beyond he'll be out for. So all the best wishes to Saquon Barkley. Giants fans, let's hope the team can bounce back next week and get a surprise victory, or at least just keep on fighting. I will wrap this thing up now as my post-game recap. Tough loss once again. The Giants are 0-2. Thank you guys for watching, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Let's go Giants. Let's try to stay a little bit positive here. Have a good day. Peace out.